Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Around the JFL podcast. This is episode 9. We're getting up there. Brad's got a corn dog. I'm not wearing any pants. Tristan, are you wearing pants?
I am today, unfortunately, but maybe
How
maybe for
disappointing.
maybe for episode 10 we'll do something crazy. We don't even know
We'll
yet,
do a
but
special no pants episode.
nope.
Episode 10 for season 10.
uh, Season X
But
is
yeah,
coming up quick, and we are so excited for it.
we finally have a draft day. We're gonna be doing it Sunday at 10 p.m. It looks like. I'm gonna put out another poll to see if we might want to do 9 instead. Either 9 or 10, but it will be happening Sunday evening. I'm so excited. This draft's going to be electric. I'm so excited. It feels like it's been a long off season, like a really long off season.
It has been because we basically
Yeah.
got the previous season done around the time you and I were finishing school, if not immediately right after, and it's been a month, so.
Dang! Wow.
Yeah, it's been a long off season at this point, but things have been hectic, I think, across the board for a lot of people. Jobs, school, all that yada yada. So
Yeah, the hype for this season already was immense, but the fact that it's taking so much longer to get to it, this
hmm
season's going to be a fun one. It's going to be a fun ride. I'm really excited. But yeah, let's get into today. We're going to be talking about. We want to start off with. We're going to be doing Mount Rushmores today. But I think we should save that for the second segment.
Okay.
Let it marinate for a second. I think we should start with our season 10 stat leader projections. Who we think are going to be the stat leaders across the league for passing, rushing, receiving, tackles, interceptions, and sacks. And who we think the best kicker is going to be.
Fantastic. I'm excited.
So, yeah, we'll just start off with passing. What are our takes there?
It's
Captain.
it's now or never. Uh you see, yes, but I don't know if Captain has got the weapons for it.
If
He's
he
got
gets any more help in that room at all, is captain in
he
my eyes.
he's got the
Because
fire
he
for
he
it
was
for
pretty
sure.
dang good last season, and especially if he can get even just a little bit more help or a little bit better help, got it in my opinion.
See,
Well, here's my take
he
on
was good, but
Captain.
he's nearly 300, 400 yards behind the leaders afterwards.
Exactly. That was one of my points.
So
Is that he was like what, like seventh in passing,
yeah,
or
he
something like
so he
that.
had I have the stats on my second screen. He had 2,400 yards. The leader was Draymond Daniels at just shy of 2,800, and EJ Duffy at 2,600 while missing a game.
And then there was like Mally
True.
and Tiber who missed it
Malin
with
Tiber,
They were tied. Yep.
yards, and then
and then
Grady, and
Burke
then
and
it was
Golden. No, Golden
and
was
Golden had more
just
yards.
barely he had like 20 more yards. He was just above him.
Yeah.
I think it's between
So
Duffy and captain.
what I think is going to happen here is with Ryan Captain, the Tyrants offense, the big thing for this offseason, the big storyline has been not having the superstar wide receiver. That's why I really thought they should have traded for Dante Okada, but they let that slip and he ended up a Glacier. They do have a good set of weapons with AJ Cameron and Shea Heinstein, who are very solid wide receivers, but they're not all pro level.
hmm
But they do have superstar tight end and Darren King. I think Captain could definitely make all pro again, but I don't see him becoming a passing leader with what we said about how far down he was this last season, with Darren King still having that kind of season. They are going to draft wide receiver in the first round, I expect. If that hits, maybe it could happen. But with how much their offense is focused on Rayshon Calpurry as well, I think Calp is more likely to be rushing leader than Captain is to be passing leader.
Ooh.
I think for passing leader, EJ Duffy is going to lock in and say, I'm actually going to win MVP this season after being
I love that.
snubbed multiple seasons now. I think Shiloh Lamprey is going to help him get there. I think that the Sabres are going to draft a tight end. That's going to help him get there. Lamprey, Boder, Cashel, that's still an amazing receiving core. And in addition, I think Reed Derby is going to regress again, back
Yeah.
down from All Pro. So Moore is going to lean on Duffy. I think this is Duffy's season to finally cash in.
It's almost really
What do you think
funny.
about
It's almost really funny that if Reed was still kind of in his regression era, I'm I don't want to say this out loud, but I will just because for content. You know, like how sometimes patients who are really sick get really better, like right at the end of like a illness. until they
Yeah.
maybe kick a bucket. I almost feel like that might be what happened with Reed last season, because like he's been kind of low for the past 2 or 3 seasons, and then all of a sudden he jumps back to former. I'm like, I wonder if he's like on his way out the door and he's like giving it one last hurrah, and he's only got like 1 or 2 seasons left in him, and he's kind
No,
of
yeah,
done soon,
I feel that.
because running backs don't last nearly as long, just because of the way the game works. And he's from season 4, and he's getting up there in age now, especially. So I love him. He is my boy. He's my ride or die. He will forever be on the team on a roster spot. But like, if his stats come at a deficit of letting EJ get MVP and maybe I get 2 or 3 All-Pro receivers from it, yeah, I take that trade off. So
It's Lamprey season.
it's like season.
I
There we
think
go.
Lamprey's gonna go crazy. If
In real life
Flay
and
Boder could
JFL.
finally cash in on an All Pro at like 700-ish yards
That'd be
or
so
something, that would be
awesome.
cool, like a Cavante Henry or Roydon Sharp. I have a dark horse. I have 2 dark horse candidates who I think could also maybe be passing leader. Okay,
Okay.
one of them is my like dark horse MVP candidate, Matthew Maines. I think
Okay.
he could be passing leader. I talked about it a little bit in the last episode, but part of that got cut out by my bad internet.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Matthew Maines with Zyron Williams, I think Zyron Williams could lead the league in receiving again. That whole receiving core is really good with
Mm-hmm.
Gazal Falk going into his second season. Quay Sutton at wide receiver 3. They're probably getting the top tight end prospect in the draft as we mocked to them. With Tom Pass still there, and Maine's taking a second-year leap, I think Maine's is a dark horse MVP candidate to take the Hoplites to maybe their first playoff win. So I think that's something to watch.
Mage is
And my
definitely
other
up
one,
there in caliber. He's got. I just want to hang on that. Read out a few stats. He had 2,400 yards. He was just under Ryan Captain actually. 2,432. 69% passing percentage, which was about a percentage better than Ryan Captain. 20 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. Only sacked 5 times, which is lower among starting QBs as well.
that's a
So
really good season.
he's.
Expect the yards and touchdowns to go up.
I would agree.
And I think it could definitely happen with that year 2 leap from both him and from Falk.
I agree 100%. And you have Zyron, who's been there a little bit longer too. So
I think Zyron still has potential to even increase his best season because he just went up. He just hit 1,003 yards.
Yep.
I think it's possible that Zyron has an even more explosive season.
Crazy.
I can see that.
Zyron's special.
He is. I agree.
Can you guys guess what my other potential dark horse passing leader is?
Outside of Draymond Daniels?
I
I don't think it's gonna be Draymond.
No. Really.
Why can't I think of his name right now?
I'm not saying Peyton Blanche. I don't think the Glaciers have got as great of a room, unfortunately.
Really struggling. Oh Jesus!
Shit.
Like we were talking not too long ago about.
Oh,
Well, we did that
Sansa.
Kobe Sansa.
We think he's gonna be
I
that stud right out the gates.
I don't.
I
think-
think so. We haven't seen an offensive rookie of the year quarterback since Grady Burke.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're primed for one, especially with as hyped of a prospect as Sansa is, and he's coming into the best situation you possibly could. Grady Burke was a passing leader as a rookie. He had like 3,100 yards. I'm not saying Sansa's going to do that, but we're seeing like passing totals. Like the passing leader had less than 2,800 this last season, which is the lowest ever, I think,
Yes.
with Draymond. I think Sansa, if he can put up 2,800 yards with Garrett Breida, Roy Dawkins, Zaire Madison, and then whatever tight end they draft, I think Sansa could be in the conversation for passing leader.
I just worry that rookie QBs, historically outside of Burke, sometimes struggle to hit that level of competency. Even Draymond Daniels wasn't. He took a season or two to get to his MVP level.
He did.
I can't remember if he made All Pro his rookie year or not, but
He
it
did
was
not.
still. So I know everyone is super high up on this guy, but man, it's so hard to put like the hype against the statistics of just how rookie QBs have performed. I think he's he's going to go against some good D-line somewhere, and he's going to get his welcome to the JFL moment and might have to be playing a little differently than he did in college.
So I'm also curious on how the rushing game is gonna translate for him. That's the thing that I'm most interested in, is how will that translate.
That's another good point, is if he's an excellent rusher, like we saw maybe in the golden days of Randall Corlin, does he not have to pass as much, and then because of that not have as high of passing numbers?
That's very true. That's a good point. But what I kind of think, so Marvin Smith said this in his pro comparison analysis of Kobe Sansa. He compared him to like prime Cruz Gibbs. Prime Cruz Gibbs, his MVP season, his like one season wonder when the Lancers won the Jupiter Bowl, he had like 2,900 passing yards and like 400 rushing yards or something like that.
Whoa.
And yeah, like it was crazy. He had like two 500-yard passing games. That was a season with Garrett Breida. That was Garrett Breida's rookie season, and I think that like Kobe Sansa, like what I expect him to be or what the hype for him to be is gonna be like that kind of player, like Cruz Gibbs, except more of a physical threat. Like he's gonna be harder to tackle, harder to bring down because he's bigger and stronger than Cruz Gibbs was.
I will say Cruz Gibbs was at 211 rushing yards on that MVP season.
211. He also
But
had a 400
his
season around.
yards per carry were 14. So,
Man,
yeah, he was moving. In comparison, Randall Corlin's was 9.5, which is the next close. Sorry, not the next closest. Actually, of people who like regularly ran, yeah, that's the next closest. So, yeah, still insane average there. So we'll see. It's definitely gonna be something interesting to watch. Yeah, I know the Griffins are very high on him. Ben as well. A lot of the league, I think, is more. I think a lot of the league is trying to talk him down because honestly, a lot of us are scared that he is going to be that good. In my opinion,
I don't want to try to talk him down or anything, because I do hope that he has a good career and all that. But it's just personally, for the play style that I prefer quarterbacks to have, not my favorite.
Fair enough.
Sure, yeah. But yeah, so passing leader, we've got those guys named.
Basically, EJ is our favorite.
Yeah, EJ, captain, Sansa dark horse, Maine's dark horse. Those are our favorites right now. Receiving, let's do receiving next. Just kind of bundle them together.
Matt Gregg. No.
I'm surprised you didn't say Chad Mander for passing, Brady.
I really want.
He's got such a good room, but he's just such an unknown. One of them.
You can't say Matt Gregg and Mander.
I know, which is why I saved it for Matt Gregg.
He's just such an unknown is the thing, so we don't know. But for receiving, Zion Williams, Shiloh Lamprey are two easy top contenders, I think. Calvin Smith might be a dark horse as well. Just won Offensive Rookie of the Year with Draymond Daniels. I could see him taking another step up and being kind of sweet as well. Any other ideas potentially?
Dante Okada also could, I think, with the Glaciers has to be in the conversation. Former receiving leader, moving to a new team with a better culture and where he's gonna be the number one. And I don't know how he's gonna fit there, but I think he is a candidate at least for that receiving lead.
My only question is Peyton Blanche the man to deliver
That's fair.
a top receiver? I'm not saying Peyton Blanche is bad. I just don't know if he has the ability to make a definitive number one on across the league. That's my worry personally.
Especially in a fairly crowded receiver room.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just kind of looking at the top 5 receivers from last season, and it goes Zyron, Shiloh, Calvin Smith, Zaire Madison, and Wes Bowen.
Yeah.
I think that with Wes Bowen being older, and that's an insane season for him. Like, that's amazing. I don't think that he will. Yeah. Yep.
Chad and cover athlete.
13 touchdowns was disgusting.
But I don't necessarily think that we'll have that amount of yards production again out of him. I would love it if he did, and prove me wrong. But I think that is more between the top four guys that we see there and potentially Dante Okada, depending how that goes. But I think that Zaire Madison or one of the Griffins wide receivers could definitely take a big jump depending how well Sansa's season goes.
I'm just worried about Zaire just because that Griffins room is so stacked across like their
I agree.
top three guys of Zaire Madison, Garrett Breida, Roy Dawkins. Like that is such a really good room that I
That's
don't
why I think
know
that
if it's gonna be
anyone could
yeah.
out of there. It just depends how the target shares go.
Exactly, yeah. I agree with
It's
that.
kind of how I feel there, like about Zaire Madison. I love Zaire Madison. I love his potential, but I think unless Kobe Santa has a truly generational rookie season, I think the ball's gonna be spread around too much for Madison to be a leader, a receiving leader. I also feel that way about Zyron Williams a little bit. I think he definitely can, but I'm kind of leaning away against him as my favorite to receiving lead again because the room around him is going to get better and the ball is going to get spread out more. Because Al Falk is Matthew Maines' best friend from college. I think he's going to get the ball a lot more and take some of Zyron's targets. So unless Maines is an MVP, like I say he might be, I don't think Zyron's going to lead the league. I think it's going to be. I think Calvin Smith is a good take considering the Rhinos don't have much around him at all, and Draymond Daniels needs somebody to feed the ball to. I think Calvin Smith could definitely jump to the number one. I think he would be my second favorite option for that. But my favorite is following the EJ Duffy MVP campaign. I think Shiloh Lamprey is going to help him get there and get his first receiving leader at the same time. I think Duffy is going to make that passing leader because largely in part to Lamprey's efforts of hitting 1,000 yards for the first time in his career.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely possible. I'm
I'd
not gonna
be very
go
excited.
against that.
I'd be very excited for it to happen. I would be for sure.
Kyle Conte is just gonna come in and
Let's move into rushing though, and this is probably going to
okay.
look somewhat similar to what we saw last season. I'm going to predict. I think Grazier Pershing is still likely to lead the league, unless he maybe takes somehow a bit of a step back. Because I mean,
Okay.
he had 194 rushing attempts last season. That's
Yep.
Looney Tunes numbers right
And what
there.
was his
Now
average? What was his average yards per carry?
it's
Five
5.8.
point
It's the most
eight.
in the league.
Exactly. That's crazy.
So even if you take away some of his carries, he still has more than 300 yards than the next closest running back. So I think that unless something crazy happens, that it's just going to be Grazier again.
I don't think he's going to have as good of a season as last year, but I do think he'll probably still lead with probably around 850 to 900 yards.
My opinion here. So I love Grazier. I think Grazier has the potential to become the greatest running back ever. Um, But I think this season, I think this is the tyrant season, and I think that with that, Rayshawn Calpary is going to lock in and finally get a rushing leader. I think he's going to get one before the end of his career, and I think why not now if we're projecting the Tyrants to be championship worthy.
Mm-hmm.
I think Grazier is going to maybe be second in rushing this season. Calp's going to get it, and then once Grady Burke retires in the next season or so, Grazier Pershing's probably going to get hopefully a couple more rushing leaders because I'm going to really focus his game after Grady is gone.
I could see Calp doing it. I've always been high on Calpary. I feel like the regression he's had the past season or two after he left the Sentries was a little out of place. I think he's definitely going to find a stride again, though. I think he's. I mean, I say regress. He still had 740 yards and was third in rushing, but I do think he can absolutely make the jump to a rushing leader.
I expect it.
No comments.
Yeah. Especially if he has the same number of carries like Grazier Pershing had. I mean, he was at 5.1. I mean, and he was 50 less carries than Grazier was. If he got somewhere close to the same workload, it's a lot less of a gap between the two. So maybe we see something kind of nuts.
Do we have anybody else we think will contend for the rushing leader?
Unless Jorvin Plant retains his same level right now as he just had, I don't know.
I don't see Plant. I think Plant's 2 All-Pro seasons. Like I think he what? How many yards did he just have? 800, 900?
Just shy of 800.
800.
Just shy
Yeah.
of 800.
Yeah.
I think Plant's like a 2-time All-Pro level player, and he already has his 2 All-Pros. I think some regression is going to come there. With the regression around the team, I don't see Plant contending for rushing leader. One of the other names I kind of consider is would have been Raheem Baker going into his second season. Now that the Sentries are fully focusing rushing with 4 blocking tight ends, but if they're adding Carnell Cage in the draft, then the workload's going to be split too much for him to be rushing leader, I feel.
That's a good take, I think.
And I can't really think of any other running backs that I think will threaten that lead this season.
I can't see any around the league, at least from the top of like near the charts from last season that are still here. Like Dashin Farrakhan is all right, but I don't think he's going to be rushing leader, especially not with 2
Yeah, I
fumbles
think
last season.
that team's going to be too pass heavy, I think, for
Yeah, I
Farrakhan.
agree.
I think Farrakhan's going to have to struggle to make All-Pro again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Brady? Are you muted?
Let's hit it. Nope.
Just mouthing
Am I?
along. You were kind of like.
No, I was just saying I don't have any
Okay.
other comments.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Good with that. You guys hit
Unless
it.
somehow all of a sudden Thurman Giesman just decides now is his day or something, and pulls the
True.
Emperors up to
True. Actually,
a
that's not a bad
championship,
tip.
which
That could
Would
be
love
that's
to see that.
the
yeah, Dark Horse rushing leader.
duo of Giesman and Bowen clawing this team into playoffs once again and making a run. Would be pretty cool to see. So I'm a big Giesman
So
guy.
we have Duffy, Lamprey-ish, Zyron, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Pershing or
Calpary.
Valkyrie. What about our receiving leader tight end?
Oh, receiving tight end? Ooh.
Brady, why don't you start here?
Okay. I am just gonna look at the statistics real quick. So obviously, Wes Bowen had the best season last season. But I'm just gonna stick with what I said earlier on where he doesn't have as many yards, but I still think he's an amazing touchdown threat, red zone threat. Everything about him, he's still dangerous. But you look at the tight ends below him. There's Darren King, George McCown, Cliff Mazzelles, and Kronk. And
Gosh, I love the tight end league so much right now.
Isn't
They're
that far
great. They're great.
either. So I could really see it. If the Tyrants have a good year, and I feel like we're saying this a lot too, but like it could be Darren King, but at the same time, if everything goes well, not everyone's going to have a great year. Someone is going to have a little bit less of a workload if it gets spread out like we're predicting. So I think that we won't see Darren King. I think that it might be a George McCown or a Cliff season. Kronk potentially. It really just depends on how the league shapes up and how teams look post draft, in my opinion, because there's so many that could do it.
Funnily enough, I actually really like the George McCown pick because it's now Chad Mander season. I wonder if he'll need the safety blanket a little bit more than Mally did, and will elevate McCown to like that level.
I agree. My pick for tight end receiving leader, I think it's going to be George McCown. I think McCown is going to get one, and I think this season would make sense. I think it's going to be between McCown or Darren King. I think Wes Bowen is still going to be elite and probably an All-Pro, or definitely an All-Pro, but he is entering his 8th season, I believe. I think he's going to regress a little bit to like the 3rd or 4th tight end. And I think that George McCown is ready to be an absolute superstar. Yes, with Chad Mander, I think that could also elevate his target share. And then with Darren King, if the first round pick wide receiver doesn't work out for the Tyrants, King is still going to be their number one target there for their, hopefully championship run. So I think Darren King will also contend for the number one tight end spot. But I think my prediction will be George McCown. I think Kronkoli is going to be the number one receiving target for the Centuries. I think he's going to make his first All-Pro, but I don't think he's going to lead the league
I
in
think
tight end receiving.
I think that team makeup is just a little too focused on the run to produce a crazy
Yeah,
receiving season.
but when they do pass, it's going to be Kronk most of the time.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, so that's our offensive predictions so far.
Defensive now.
Ready to roll into some defense.
Are we
Yes.
Who
are
is
we
our
predicting by position or by chaos? Because that does change things
by
a little bit.
chaos?
By chaos? Okay,
Okay.
fantastic.
So basically position though, like sack leaders,
Yeah.
best D lineman, basically
Yeah.
interception is DB, tackles is linebacker. But sack leader, who this is going to be a fun race. I genuinely have no
Oh
idea
boy.
who's going to be sack leader. I think we're getting a new one.
I
Yes,
agree.
I think we are as well. I would love to see it be Fred Manderson. That would be probably my favorite pick. I think it will be either Tommy River, DeMar Williams, or Fred Manderson.
I see the Tommy River or DeMar Williams just because with both of them working on the same team, they're going to create so much more pressure together that they're both going to get probably equal or more than what they just got on their own separate teams this past season. That I could see them doing something close to what Rhymes and Gable did this past season of going 10-8, of going like 11-9, 11-8, 10-8, 10-7, something
Yeah,
like that.
so we do need to mention that. So the Tyrants did finally make a splash move, and they traded for DeMar Williams. So they got that big win now player that we've been telling them to. They got DeMar Williams, which they now have easily the best D line in the league right now with Tommy River, DeMar Williams, and I think Jaleel Alfalfa is D line 3. I think he's one of the best D lineman 3 in the league. I think he's going to be really good this season too. And yeah, I think exactly. We're gonna see a Tommy River, Damar Williams is gonna be like the Curtis Rhymes, Kevin Gable dynamic, where they're gonna help each other, feed each other. And I think Tommy River is going to be the sack leader, with Damar Williams also making All Pro. I think that's gonna be an unbelievable pass rush duo. I also think Fred Manderson is gonna be very close up there. If not, first, he's gonna be second or third. And those are definitely my big candidates. John Bain. So there's some drama with John Bain. We talked about it a little bit already.
Oh boy.
I think that drama of him not really wanting to be a Lancer and being, having problems with the team, I think that's going to prevent him from being sack leader again. And I really think that's going to be our top candidates. I don't think, LeVar Raymond for the Corsairs had a really good rookie season. I don't think he's ready to be a sack leader yet. So I think our candidates it's going to be a tyrant, or the one hoplite. I
And
think
also,
that's our.
I do have to say this probably won't happen, but you can't count out the old ass Tucker Borson.
Tucker Borson is still playing in the league, so
He's
you
still
cannot count him
kicking.
out.
He had 6 this last season.
Yeah, he
believe,
had
so
6.
You can't count him out.
With 39
Could you
tackles, which
imagine
is kind of up there for most D lines as well.
It would be insane if he did it again.
if a 35-year-old Tucker Borson got his 6th sack leader? Oh my goodness, that would be something.
That would be legendary.
That'd be a way to cap a career. Do you think he keeps playing if he does that?
If
Probably.
he does, why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't
11?
He has nothing to lose.
That'd be wild.
It'd be so funny though.
He might do it. I don't know. JFL players don't last that long. We haven't seen it. Not even any quarterback. Jack Malley or Tiber made it to 10 seasons.
Who knows?
Borson's still here, playing a high level.
Elias Campbell.
Yeah, that's a good point. So yeah, Tommy River basically is our favorite.
I think it'll.
I think
I
Tommy.
think it's going to be
myself.
Manderson or River. I think those are going to be the two that compete.
Yeah.
That would be special considering Tommy River is an undrafted free agent. To see him make a sack leader would be really special.
That would be
I
really
hope
cool.
that.
Yeah, I agree.
So how about our interception leader? Who do we think that's going to be? Tyson Lane just got it. Barik Bey just won Defensive Player of the Year. But who do we think will get it this season?
Honestly, my vote is to someone who wasn't even All-Pro last year. I think it's going to be Reese. I think it's going to be Reese again.
No.
In a new room with a good supporting cast, and he wants to be on this team now. Reese hated the Towers after the moves that happened. He's got his soul rejuvenated into football. I think Reese is going to make a splash and come back strong.
That's exactly where my thoughts were at
No.
with this question.
I'm sorry,
I think
Brady,
Ricard
but
Reese as a Griffin is going to get another interception leader. But also, there is a note we have to make about that. So there's some developing news coming out of the Griffins practice, um, that Roy Dawkins and Ricard Reese are becoming like bitter enemies and fighting at practice, which is, that's something to watch because, they're fighting, like they're actually fighting, and that could really bring down the locker room. But also with the culture in Ander, that could kind of lift the competition and benefit them. We'll have to watch it. But no, apparently, Ricard Reese comes in, he gets traded, and he's, obviously he's like one of the best DBs, if not the greatest DB of all time. He's acting like it against this, insane receiver room. And Roy Dawkins didn't like that, Ricard Reese was celebrating on Zaire Madison, which, Zaire Madison and Roy Dawkins are very close friends. And then after Ricard Reese celebrated on Dawkins, they ended up fighting. And Ricard Reese said that Dawkins was hitting him late after every play. So there's some real toxicity there that, we'll see how that affects the Griffin season. But I still think Ricard Reese will be interception leader again. And yes, Brad.
Okay. So, don't necessarily think that you are completely wrong. But I don't think you're completely right. I think that Reese is going to take a big jump from that. Put that away. I am. I think that he will have a massive jump compared to last season. He will be back to his old self, but I don't think it will be enough to win the interceptions leader because we have Barik Bay, we have Joaquin Garcia just had a great season, Jair Joseph, and we still have Tyson Lane. Personally, I got to plug my boy, Jair Joseph. Love you. That's who I'm hoping for. But I could see it being, get away from the camera, you weirdo. But
What are you talking about?
You're distracting me, and I don't have the attention span for this. My pick is Jair Joseph because I love him. Get away.
All right. Oh, I love that soundboard. Okay. Past our interception / DB leader. Now for our
Wait, I have one more take.
Okay.
Aeneas Allen.
Aeneas Allen.
Oh.
No more King Salazar in the room. You think he's gonna rise because of it, not fall?
I think Aeneas Allen has a shot.
Okay.
I think there's
He
a
was
shot,
interception leader for a while last season, I think. Like halfway through, he was the interception leader with King Salazar in the room. So I think that Aeneas Allen could take a step and be an interception leader.
I think that team just got gutted a little too much for him to perform as well as he did.
Maybe.
But that's my opinion. I could see that being true, but
I don't know. With the offense off the field more now, the defense will be on the field more. He'll have more opportunities, maybe.
That is true.
Yeah, but I still don't think that he'll. That's how I was thinking about Jair Joseph, but I'm not going to say that the Salem Wonders won't be on offense a lot.
We'll see. I mean, Joaquin Garcia was third in interception, and the Corsairs had Grazier Pershing as an MVP candidate, so
I
they were
did
certainly
mention
scoring.
that.
So
Did mention him.
we'll see. Just something to watch.
I love Joaquin Garcia. I'm so glad he finally made All-Pro.
What you joking around for?
I had him so high on my draft board in season 4. I wanted him so bad.
Just like you had Dez high on yours?
That wasn't season 4, though.
No.
Thank you, Brady. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Jokin was taken before I even had my first pick, though. That's different.
Oh, yeah, Dez doesn't have a ring.
Oh.
Wild. Absolutely wild.
Yep.
In any
Dez
case.
hopped on.
Tyrants.
Oh.
Trading the Tyrants at the deadline. Okay.
I can't do that to Tristan.
Oh, yeah. Or trade him to Tristan. Make Tristan win Super Bowl 4 or fourth. Go to the fourth Super Bowl in a row.
I can't let that happen. Cat's just gonna have to
go
do
4
it. Cat's just
straight.
gonna do it.
Become the most playoff wins
There's no
team.
way you lose 3 of 4 Jupiter Bowls. I feel like that would be wild to go to 4 straight and only win the first one.
The Bills Mafia would
Plus-
like a word with you.
Yeah, they lost all 4 of it. You're better than they were.
Anyways, let's move on to our tackle / force fumble / linebacker leader.
Not force fumble leader, like specifically tackles.
Tackles?
Who's our tackle leader going to be?
It could really be anyone. It could be Lance Keegan, could be Oliver Russi, could be Arondre Lewis. I think that's probably my favorite pick is Arondre Lewis. Just because he's a little bit younger than the other guys that were ahead of him.
Pastor John could also make a jump up there.
Nah.
I love my boy Lance, and I will always fight for him till the day I die, even though I didn't draft him. But he is getting old. He's season 3.
So
We're
good.
entering season 10. This is his 7th or 8th season now.
8th.
This is his 8th season. I mean, he is getting old. I mean, I love him. He will forever be my favorite linebacker I ever hold in this room. But, man, like, it would be really hard for him to hold another tackle leader at this point.
It's Oliver Russi's 9th.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is probably Rusty's last season, man.
No.
So I don't see, Rusty doing it at 34.
I
don't
either.
see. I think Lance Deacon. I think he just led the league in tackles last season.
Tied at 81. Yeah.
Yeah. So, which is surprisingly low. It's like the lowest tackle leader we've ever had. But with Mark Valich, I believe. But
correct.
I think Lance is gonna fall down a little bit. I think that Arondre Lewis is a good take, but I don't think he's there yet. My take for who tackle leader and best linebacker is going to be, it's going to be Morris Fowles Cantrell for the Sabres.
He's got a big jump to make. He's got a lot of guys to pass, but he could get up there.
I think it's going to happen. I think he's been cooking, he's been brewing, and he's ready to pop. I think it's going to be Morris Fowles Cantrell's first All-Pro, tackle leader, and best linebacker.
I'm going to be really sad if he does that right after I pay him what I'm paying him right now.
That's my prediction.
If this happens, then it comes to John, say what?
You want to know what's crazy is that Barik Bey, a DB, is like solo carrying the Admirals. I just want to touch that for a second.
Yes,
he's got 60. He had 67 tackles, 8 interceptions, and 3 forced fumbles. He won best DB last season because he
defensive player of the year.
And
defensive
player of the year. But like he also had 67 tackles as a DB. That's
many
ludicrous.
Tackles, Tristan?
No. But like that's just ridiculous. The next closest had 9 less. And 4 chaos plays less. That's wild as a DB to be putting up those numbers. I just need to shout that out for a second because that's just ludicrous.
Luda. Okay, I'm sorry.
Ready? What'd you say to Tristan?
Luda.
No, before that.
20 tackles. I like how John's just frozen. He's back now.
Is that a? Why do you have a repeater rifle?
Can't see it
for John the Western.
Oh, there it is.
It's a toy. It's not real.
Oh, I figured. I see the cap on the end. But
John the Western coming soon.
But yeah, tackle leaders. So Morris Falkentrell from John's prediction. We could see Arondre, Hasser John all being up there potentially. Caldorado maybe
Dane
sleeper
Brisker.
pick. But who?
No, that ain't gonna happen.
Dane Brisker.
Dane
want
Brisker.
him, John. John, trade me him. I want him.
I love him. I will do terrible things in the Covington zip code if you ever take Dane Brisker from me.
He's got like 30 more tackles just to be even in the discussion.
So I just want to say this real quick. So the reason why John said that is before the draft, John said, I will commit terrible atrocities in the Covington zip code if you take Dane Brisker ahead of me. John picked multiple picks ahead of me.
Dane Brisker was my draft crush. What do you want from me?
It was just funny because you picked ahead of me.
I've had a pretty good hit rate on draft crushes.
Have.
I think the only one that missed was Carnell Nash.
Hmm.
Mitch Shelvin,
Baller.
Cavante Henry,
Baller.
baller. Joaquin Garcia,
Baller. Icy Danzler.
Icy Danzler,
Baller.
and
Grady.
no,
Okay.
Grady was first overall pick. Who are we talking about right now? Dane Brisker. Holy cow.
That's concrete. At Greg.
But anyways, I
guys.
think that wraps up our Sally. Oh wait,
Kicker,
no.
kicker. God.
We do.
Dang it.
Sorry.
Gee golly.
I'm used to us skipping kickers. And also, I'll do this one for you. Lenny Watson. Lenny Watson
No.
all day.
No.
Don't even have to look anywhere else.
No, I like Lenny Watson a lot.
Well,
But
I do think
okay,
that's a very safe pick. I do think that
It's the
Johnny
right
Tin
pick.
could do it. He did have a down year last season. I feel that Johnny Tin has the capabilities in order to compete with it.
you know, I think for a new kicker that might make All Pro for the first time, Petey Winslow for the Centuries.
That's a name.
Also true.
You know, I could maybe see it. He went
He had a
19
good
for 19
season.
for 20 and 15 for 17 on field goals last season. That's a pretty
Yeah,
good
and that was
season.
as a rookie.
We could see him do well for sure.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Yeah. I like Petey Winslow
Yeah.
for the next All Pro kicker.
Who were the
The
All
next
Pro
big
kickers?
thing, kicking balls.
Who were the All Pros? It was Lenny Watson and who else was it last season?
Gerald Sim.
Was
I
it
think.
Gerald?
It was just Gerald Sim and Lenny again.
Okay.
Which is going to be multiple times again. It's already happened multiple times. It's probably going to happen a few times more. Those are the best two kickers of all time, in my opinion.
Yeah. Ice Piz could come back again, potentially.
I don't think so.
Potentially. Maybe, maybe not.
Delaney
with.
He's never playing again. I'm surprised he hasn't retired. Ben just wants him on the practice squad so bad that Whiff won't retire until he's cut.
He's just got to sit there and look pretty.
Who was that 40-year-old punter with the giant mustache and single bar face mask?
That was a kicker, wasn't it?
Was it a punter in the NFL? Yeah, it was a punter.
It was Gary Player or something like that.
Something like that, yeah. That's gonna
his last name was Player. I don't remember what his first name was.
Can be Delaney with.
Yeah, it was funny. His last name, it just said Player on the back of his jersey. He had a single bar face mask. What a character.
What a character.
Tristan.
What? Chicken butt. Uh-oh. In any case, that wraps up that wraps up our leaders. And finally we're gonna get to after a while on this recording. We are going to get to our anticipated segment that I know we have been waiting to do for
why
weeks now. Why
salamanders are the greatest.
And we are going back to the Mount Rushmore after 8 episodes, entering episode 9, going into season 10. We're revisiting our greatest players currently in recorded history. So,
at each position.
So,
before we start this, I went around to some JFL managers today and I took a poll. And it turns out that 100% of JFL managers were pissed off at me that their tent collapsed.
Tristan?
That
your
their
opinion on this
tent
matter?
collapsed?
I took a poll today. It turns out.
Fucking, I've heard this joke from you before, too, and I forgot it.
John.
You're over here for me.
Yeah. Where are we at on the recording, Tristan? Where are we?
You are top left. John is top right for me.
Okay. Here we go. Good.
Other way. John, you gotta go the other way.
Oh.
There you go. John's gotta go that
Yeah.
way. Brady had it
Okay,
on the second attempt.
Whoa. It's uncalled for.
Okay.
Oh my
if you're
gosh.
just listening to this podcast, not watching it, you're missing out on a little bit of tomfoolery.
There's a little bit of physical tomfoolery.
It's just the
In
most
any
tomfoolery we've had. There's a lot of foolery going on. Tom?
Tom? Oh shit.
Mr. Foolery.
In any case, back on to topic. We've delayed it long enough. It's time for the Mount Rushmore.
Yes. Played what long enough?
Let's start at the top. The most impactful position, quarterbacks. Sure. So, two guys absolutely staying on top of the mountain, maybe even three. We've got Jack Malley. We've got Tiber Jericho. They're for sure still the two main faces on that mountain. They did the most in their careers, even though they're now retired. They got to stay there.
Here's my question. Just to start it off, like, I kind of almost want to say EJ Duffy just because of how many they've been to.
Because
I
of
know
how
that
many
sounds
times
crazy.
he's been to a Super Bowl?
And like I know that, yeah, and I know that he doesn't quite have the awards for it yet, but I feel like if he gets his MVP, that he could be there.
Now,
I don't think he's there yet.
He has 4 All-Pros, 1 Super Bowl win, and 3 Super Bowl appearances, Super Bowl MVP, and 5-time Offensive Player of the Week. And he did have an Offensive Player of the Year the season they did win the Super Bowl. He was just behind the MVP of Draymond Daniels that year.
I just think that non-MVP keeps him out of there for now.
And it might.
So we have
potentially.
We have Malley, Tiber, Burke.
Does Burke stay?
I would agree with that.
Burke? What are Burke's I'm not discounting him by any means. I just want to.
Four-time All-Pro, Offensive Rookie of the Year, MVP, 2 3,000-yard passing seasons, Super Bowl champion.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
That's just off the top of my head. So
just got a few more awards.
He had the passing game record as a rookie for a little bit.
I agree. I do think he should stay up there. I just wanted to talk about it a little bit. I agree.
And who was our fourth originally? It was Randall Corlin.
It was Corlin before, now. Right? I do think he gets kicked off. I think he's removed from it now, though, unfortunately.
I think he's down like multiple steps. Mm-hmm. I think the fourth spot is between Duffy and Draymond.
Yeah.
Which we just listed off EJ's accolades. What is Draymond Daniels' accolades?
I will pull up his page. He's a 2-time All-Pro, 1 Super Bowl, 1-time MVP, 2-time Offensive Player of the Week, 2-time Jericho.
And how many Jerichos does Duffy have? Well, 0?
I don't think Duffy has one, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes it so much. That makes it close.
Such a tough.
It does hurt
debate.
it. Yeah.
Who has more passing yards all time?
All time? Yikes.
Well, wait. So Duffy is older than Draymond.
By about 2 seasons, I think.
God.
That's so hard. Because Draymond has done, like, he's reached higher highs in less time, but he's had less, also, like, consistency and total accolades.
I think
that's such a hard debate.
Oh God, I think if Duffy gets that MVP,
easily Duffy then.
100%, it's Duffy.
You want to know something funny? Draymond Daniels has been sacked 5 more times than Duffy in 2 less seasons. I'm just looking at the career stats right now. EJ Duffy has got about 2,000 more passing yards over his career. They're dead even on completion percentage, actually, funnily enough. 20 more touchdowns, 8 more interceptions, 5 less sacks.
I want to say Duffy's 1 season older than Draymond.
Sounds correct.
It might only be 1. I'm not sure.
Because
it could
the gap
only be 1.
Being 2,000 yards, there's no way the gap's 2,000 yards.
That's fair, actually.
And I think Draymond was the expansion draft.
Season
So
5.
Duffy was
Oh, you're
season 4.
right. He was expansion draft. You're right.
Yeah. But
I unfortunately, as much as it breaks my heart, it probably does have to go to Draymond here because
it's so
the two-time Jericho hurts. Now I will
yeah, the two
say
times
the
here.
in the 2 seasons that Draymond has gotten the Jericho Award, Duffy has been number 2 right on his
Number
tail
2,
both times.
right on his ass.
Like offensive player of the year in season 7, and in season 9, he missed a game, and that's likely why he missed the Jericho Award.
Yes, Brad.
So I would like to. This is how I would say this is if emancipated Juice Duffy gets any type of award season long, like whether it's a Jericho, an MVP, or an Offensive Player of the Year award, and Draymond gets nothing, I think that's enough to put Duffy there.
Sure.
Yeah.
I think that makes it
right
definitive.
now, for right now, I would say it's McDaniels.
Draymond probably
The 2 more All
It's like
Pros.
all-time
It's
greatness.
so hard.
The thing is, the 2 more All Pros
greatness.
and only one
2
more
more
season might make a sway. I'm not sure.
The
No,
all-time
it's
greatness.
I know both
it's
of them
Duffy.
are rookie team.
It's Duffy. It's Duffy. It's got to be
I think
Duffy.
I have to give it to Duffy. Duffy's had
It's
a
gotta be
worse
Duffy.
supporting cast his
Yep.
career for most of those All-Pros. Like, Draymond had Drew Pinion, Prime Herman Perriman, All-Pro tight end. Duffy had Flay Boder as his best receiver for most of it, who's never made an All-Pro.
Made
Duffy
made,
also-
made an
Pinian's
All Pro
one of the best
out of Clay
receivers.
Schlesinger.
Duffy almost also still led the league after missing a game.
Yeah, I think I have to give it to Duffy for now,
It's-
but I think
I
Draymond could
say
pass.
Duffy for now. I think
Okay.
either one of them like gets more awards. That's how it's going to be. It's going to be who has more awards by the end of their careers.
I think
agree.
Draymond only having 2 All-Pros. Sure, those 2 seasons he was the best quarterback in the league, but I just can't give only 2 All-Pro career the 4th Mount Rushmore spot at this point in the league.
That is kind of nuts that he hasn't made All Pro outside of his best QB seasons. Actually, now that you say that out loud, that's kind of nuts to think about. Huh.
Yeah.
Kind of nuts.
Interesting.
Academia,
He's a little
cashews.
inconsistent.
Yeah.
He's played 5 seasons now, and he only has 2 All-Pros.
Yeah.
He surely makes another one before his career's over and makes the Hall of Fame, but
Either way,
he's
moving
a little
on.
inconsistent.
Yeah.
Moving on to
Moving
wide
on.
receiver threes.
The running backs. We're gonna do running backs next.
Dang it.
This one might be pretty quick. Ernie Gecko, done. Danny Krujin, I think deserves to be up there. I think at this point Ray Bold might sneak in there.
Hold on. Let's do the guaranteed before we debate.
Okay. Ernie Gecko.
Actually, hold on. This is all debatable.
Danny Krujin.
Gecko and Krujin are no doubt. Now, we have 2 other running backs who have won major awards.
Danzler.
Okay. Yep.
Icy Danzler. Okay, this is biased, but Icy
And
Danzler
Grazier
and Grazier
Pershing.
Pershing.
You think Grazier deserves to be up there already?
I mean, he's an MVP, but
True.
considering the all-time greatness thing, we might not be able to put him there yet, considering he's a one-time All-Pro. But the fact that he has an MVP already, I think he's on pace for sure.
Probably.
I think that Grazier will definitely be there, but I don't think he can be yet.
Yeah, maybe not yet, but Icy has to be there, right?
Yes, for now.
5K yards in an only 7-season career, and then 4-time All-Pro or 4 or 5 All-Pros. Offensive Player of the Year. He has a 1,100 yard season. I think IC has to be in the top 4 right now.
Okay. Who's
Bold
the
and
next
Sampson
one?
are kind of the debatable for the next 2, I think. Those are the next 2 best running backs.
And it's only one spot left.
And there's only 1 spot left. So that's the debate
Here's
between
the
those
thing.
2. I don't think either of them have compared to IC's career.
I mean, they both technically have more yards than Icy does. But
Because they played longer. They played longer than he did.
Icy was season 1. He retired 2 seasons ago. Ray Bold and Curtis Sampson both just retired this past season, being season 2.
Season 3.
Icy
season 3.
retired. Icy retired season 7, didn't he? Maybe they played the same
He
amount of time.
retired season 8 because you didn't have Grazer Perishing until season 8, I thought. Or is Perishing season 7?
Pershing season 7.
Oh. And he retired the year
But still,
after
wait,
you
maybe
got
they
him.
played.
Year of you getting
Maybe
him.
they played the same amount of time.
I think they did.
From season
Wait,
3
no.
to season 9, from season 1 to
Wait,
season
no, yeah.
7.
3 to no, yeah.
I think they played the same amount of time.
Yeah, no, they did.
Now, the thing, I think Ray Bold has to be there. I know. I know
Yeah,
Curtis
I think
is
Bolt
great,
takes it.
but Bold had several rushing leaders. I'm pretty sure. I think he had 2 rushing leaders. He's got 500 more career yards than Curtis does, and 5 less fumbles across his career.
So Samson, some of the seasons Bold made rushing leader. Samson won best running back. Samson was best running back twice. How many times was Bold best running back?
Wise.
So almost
Why
all of
can
those fumbles came from this season,
hold on?
which pains me so much. And also, I hate Raybold. I
Bold
hate him
only had
so
a
much.
single gecko. Actually, he was a 3-time All-Pro though.
Samson had 3-time. So yeah, so Bold, 1-time Gecko, 3-time All-Pro. Samson, 2-time Gecko, 2-time All-Pro. That's the debate.
What were the seasons
the
that
most
he got? What
yards.
were the seasons he got Gecko, and which Bold? What did Bold do in the seasons that he got the Gecko?
Well, wait, before that, how many Player of the Week awards do each have?
2 for Bold.
Probably has
2 for Bold. How many does Samson have?
Oh, I almost broke out in tears because I went to the Salamanders page to look for him.
Okay. If they played the same amount of seasons, Bold does have that big yard gap and also a big touchdown gap.
It's 500.
And way less fumbles. I kind of think it has to go to Bold.
I'm not going to comment.
He's got 9 more touchdowns. They somehow have the same yards per carry.
I just say redacted.
I mean, you can, but
yeah, you can do whatever you want.
No, I just refuse to say his name. Redacted. I'm not saying that this
Curtis
matters.
had 3
what's the
offensive player
carry
of the
difference?
weeks.
What's the carry difference?
Maybe good point.
I actually don't know.
I'm
just curious.
Bold has like 100 more.
Bold has 1,162. Curtis has 1,076. It's about 100 more. They actually have the same yards per carry, funnily enough. They're both at 4.9 on their career.
But Curtis just didn't fall off a cliff, man.
Curtis did not fall off a cliff. Curtis got 2 geckos in seasons 7 and 8, his last 2 seasons.
No, like this last season.
Oh.
He fell off halfway through the season.
He had a lot of fumbles too. And
season. He absolutely fell off a cliff this season.
Yeah. He just lost the will.
I think it has to go to Bold. But I think they're quickly going to be replaced by Pershing. We won't have to debate it.
I just say Pershing. I mean the other guy. But I'm going to say Pershing.
It is going to go to Bold.
I am not dignifying that man's name on a Mount Rushmore.
Okay. John and I will.
Whoa. Credit where credit's due, Brady. You're a council member. Come on.
I hate that guy.
Come on. Credit where credit's due.
I hate that guy.
Council member, come on. Credit where credit's due.
Yeah. He deserves this very, very small moment of glory where he will not permanently reside on this mountaintop.
All right, close enough.
All right.
Is that good?
Close enough. Whatever.
No, but it's close enough.
All right. Wide receivers. Garrett Breida. Easy.
Devontae Hodgins.
I agree.
Andre Vermel?
I would say it might just be straight Tune and Vermil after.
I agree. I think that's the
Going
four.
off of receiving careers that's been updated for season 9 that I'm looking at right now. Those top four are the four highest receivers. Just straight up already. Hodges has got another season in him.
At least
Vermil and Ricky Toon were both immediate Hall of Famers when they retired, I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
And Breida is also still playing as well. And he's already topping the board right now.
Yeah. I think that's definitely the four. The only one who like I would consider mentioning
Soren Kelsey is right underneath him. Drew Pinion is not far off as well. Though from
I don't think
Devontae
Soren Kelsey's close to the top four. I think he's like
actually technically closer than Drew Pinion is.
Well, yards wise. I think Pinion's better. I think Pinion was better.
Fair. I guess.
But yes.
Kelsey played a lot longer. Kelsey played
Drew
9
Pinion
seasons.
has a lot less receptions than some of the top guys.
But Pinion played 2 less seasons than Kelsey did.
Oh wow.
Did Pinion retire after season 7?
No, he retired after 8. He retired after season 8.
It always clicks in my head that the Rhinos won season 7 instead of the Sabres for some reason. No, he retired after season 8. So that means he played 2 less seasons. Pinion played 2 less seasons than Kelsey, and
did Kelsey just retire after season 9?
400 less yards. Yeah, with the Jupiter Bowl.
Oh shit. Huh.
Yeah. Kelsey had a very long career. He had a great peak, but Kelsey was not dominant his whole career.
Gotcha.
Pinion was pretty dominant his whole career.
Guys,
he had a Tune Award as well.
Okay, I gotta say this out because I just scrolled down. Arlo Benjamin had over 1,000 yards in his career.
Yeah, he played a lot.
So
being a season 1 player,
we think it's going to be Breida, Hodgins, Tune, Vermil.
Yeah, I think that has to be it right now.
Okay,
guys, let's go. Matt Gregg.
I think
Matt Gregg's cracking 800. Sorry.
Who's most likely to challenge for a spot there?
I would say Zyron Williams, Shiloh Lamprey eventually. Maybe Onyx Portis if he gets his act together, but he need to do it kind of quick.
No, I don't think Onyx Portis is going to be a Hall of Famer, to be honest.
Not even Hall of Fame? Really?
Unless he's only a 2-time All-Pro and he has like no awards. Unless he does something incredible in his last season or 2, I don't think Onyx even makes the Hall of Fame.
Oh my gosh, he's season 4, isn't he? I forgot about that. God, he's as old as some of my guys. I forget about that a lot of the time.
He's old. I think. Okay, Dante Okada I don't think he's gonna get there. It might be Zyron Williams. Or Shiloh Lamprey. Shiloh Lamprey or Zyron Williams, I think, have the best shot of active players to get to that level, but I don't know if they will.
Currently, I agree. Yes, we'll see.
I think the top 3 are gonna be hard to dethrone.
Because Mason Mountain got kicked off real quick.
Yeah, but he also retired pretty early.
He did. He retired season 7? I think, yeah.
Yep. But no, Mountain, 2-time 1K receiver, Tune Award winner.
He's definitely a good receiver still. He's still up there.
Great player.
Yeah. Yeah. Just his longevity hurts him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tight ends now.
Then 4s. There's only one.
Unfortunately, I can't rank them by just tight ends, but easily Wes Bowen.
Easy.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. I think. Or no, I don't have the position
No, it's not on this page.
Well, I don't think we need to look. So Wes Bowen,
Jeremy Risen, I think.
Jeremy Risen.
Yep.
Stafford. At this point.
Stafford.
And
yes.
Cliff.
No, not Cliff.
Or who goes next?
Cliff has 1 All-Pro, I think.
Sheldon?
I
think Shelvin only has 2.
George McCown has 2.
What about
George McCown has 2.
Vance Hodges?
Who's got
Vance
more
Hodges
than
only
two?
has 2. Wait, let me take a little gander. So the top 3 are set. We know those for sure.
Okay.
Man, there's not really any guys that are like have had long careers to like say they're great. Hank Lewison is the most receiving yards out of retired tight ends that we haven't named yet.
That we haven't named yet. Vance Hodges is above him. Mitch
Or
Shelvin
no,
is
Vance Hodges
just
is above
underneath
him.
him.
Yeah, Hodges is above
Mitch
him.
Shelvin is just underneath him.
Yeah. It might
Though
be
Lewison
Hodges.
might be better. It might be Hodges.
It might be Hodges for all time, but where's George McCown at receiving wise?
McCown, he's going to be way lower. He's only played 2 seasons, I think.
Yeah, I know
He has
he's only
like
played.
I want to say around like 1,400 yards.
I think McCown is gonna be the guy who takes the 4th spot eventually, for sure.
George McCown is
But I think for now,
1,400.
it's Vance.
Vance?
Do you have like 1,400 yards?
Yeah, just under. He's at
I was gonna say
1387.
that.
Vance Hodges
I was gonna say
then. Okay.
Which before was it Bowen, Risen, Stafford, Vance?
I don't think we didn't have Stafford on there before because he was too young when we first did it.
Oh, maybe was it Vance and Shelvin?
It might. I think it was Shelvin.
Okay, we're forgetting about Henry Rodriguez here.
Yeah.
I believe it was Mitch Shelvin.
H-Rod shout out.
I should have written down what we had before.
We talk about Henry Rodriguez so much. It's funny.
We do.
Anyways, that finishes up the offense. It's time.
Okay, sorry.
It's time to move on to defense, and we're moving into D line.
John, I just realized that when we were doing like the all-time, like players and stuff, that could have taken Henry Rodriguez for a salamander.
Yeah.
Missed opportunity.
There's no reason to take him. There are better players.
Whatever. Hey, we're moving on. Okay. All right. D-line. Tucker Borston. Easy.
Borston, Rhymes.
Curtis Rhymes, Rashavan, Kevin Gable, John Bain.
Sorry. Rhymes.
I think I would go Kevin Gable for now.
Let me see the sack rankings.
Rashavan. Gable is up there. He's at 49. Actually, it's not even close between. Wait, hold on. I should just sort by sacks.
Bain is so much younger. Bain's a defensive player of the year and a sack leader. I might give it to Bain over Gable.
He's got so much less like total stats though, is the thing.
Because he hasn't played as long, but I feel like his highs have been. So
I mean, Kevin Gable in his last season has put up 8 sacks.
True, he does have 49. He's got like 5 All-Pros.
Only needs 2 to reach 80.
I know, it's crazy. He's gonna hit 80. Borston's gonna found the 80 club. That's crazy.
He needs to. If he counts forced fumbles in there, he's over it. But I don't know. I want to give it to Gable personally.
I want to give it to Gable
complain
too.
about that.
I want to give
Bain's gonna take it from him though.
I think he can take it.
100% that it's gonna be taken, but I think right now we have to give it to Gable.
Because like after this next season, Bain's gonna be over 40 sacks.
Hey, how many? All right, I do want to say this too. How many Drew Bowls does John Bain have? How many
0.
does Kevin Gable have?
2.
Okay.
That does play a factor. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take Kevin Gable in the top 4.
Yeah, I just twist your arm, right?
Anyways, linebacker time. So I think
3 Sabres and who else?
I think Dekalov still deserves to be there.
Yes. Yes.
100%.
The GOAT is Tekin.
The GOAT is Tekin.
I think Olive Russey's still there right now.
I agree. Rusty is still so high in tackles that he's got to be there.
Yeah, he had 130 in a season.
Yeah.
think that's
And
still
Russ
the
is like a
record.
5-time All-Pro.
I
Like,
think the next one is and I think it's Tyrese Coffin for 4.
Coffin is a Defensive Player of the Year and is the all-time forced fumbles leader.
He's 42. Yeah, I mean he's got 600. He's over 600 tackles as well as 637.
Yeah.
I think it's straight just Tyrese Coffin.
I think it's Coffin.
There's no one else close to his numbers. And he's got the Defensive Player of the Year.
He did play really long though.
He's still. I mean that helps in
saying,
this
the numbers,
discussion. I feel like
Ron Carmichael. I guess he played one last season. I think it does go to. I think it goes to.
I think it has to go to Coffin.
I think it goes to Coffin.
Coffin has the defensive. Coffin has the Defensive Player of the Year. I mean, like that's just.
Yeah. I think it is. I just wanted to consider the other options to make sure.
It sucks that Conalock doesn't have it anymore because we did just knock him off. But like, I think at least.
Yeah,
but
I wish Conalock played longer, but that's due to the Lancers' mismanagement.
Mm-hmm.
No such thing.
But yeah, I mean, linebacker is just easy. I think.
Pretty set.
Is that set? Yeah.
DB is gonna be hard. DB
is gonna be hard.
Well, there's two that are for sure there.
Yes.
Salazar and
their
Marvin
teammates.
Salazar and Humphrey, I think both deserve to be there for sure.
And Ricard Reese.
Marvin Smith.
I think actually it is straight up that easy.
I don't know if it's Marvin Smith.
But Ross Blunt.
I don't know if it's Marvin Smith. We need to talk. Scotty Dorn, Marvin Smith, Ross Blunt. It's not Ross Blunt. Okay, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, he's got the sack, but that's about it.
But okay, Scotty Dorn. So Reese, Humphrey, Salazar for sure.
Reese, Humphrey, Salazar are for sure locks.
Yeah. So for DB, it's tough.
It is.
We have Marvin Smith and Scotty Dorn, right?
Yes.
Both of them have one Best DB award
Mm-hmm.
and interception leader. Dorn has 10 more tackles, 2 more interceptions, all time.
Yep.
But
Marvin
Smith has a Super Bowl MVP and is one of the best Super Bowl players of all time. I think I'd have to give the edge to Marvin Smith.
I agree.
But Scotty Dorn's close.
It's very close, but I do think Smith ekes him out just a little bit.
Without that Super
Bowl MVP, and he would have been Super Bowl MVP again if the Salamanders won their second.
Agreed. Yeah. So I think it is Smith. Yeah.
The only defensive player comparable to Marvin Smith ever in Super Bowls is Curtis Rhymes.
Yeah.
On how well they play at the highest point of the.
Marvin Smith did it twice.
He did it 3 times. Well, he had 3 great Super Bowls.
3 times.
He had
3
3 great Super Bowls. Yeah. Marvin Smith's incredible.
All right.
Dude.
He has a sack. Marvin Smith has a sack.
Ross Blunt, too.
Now, we got to talk about kickers. And
Gerald Sim, Lenny Watson.
Yeah, those two, easy. Who are the next
Jake
two?
Crown.
Jake Crown. Now, he's never had a perfect season. How good? He hasn't. How high do we rank perfect seasons? There are 5 that have had perfect seasons. Julian True.
Never did it.
Julian True in season 3. Bunter Paul in season 4. Dylan Pendon with the Lancers in season 6. Gerald Sim in season 7. And Lenny Watson in season 9.
Okay, well, no matter what, I think Jake Crown has to be on the Mount Rushmore.
Okay.
Yeah. But beyond that, it's kind of tough. Is Julian True a one-time All-Pro? Yeah, he only made it that one season. Dylan Pendon might be twice. Dylan Pendon's one time.
How many has Bunter Paul made? Has Paul made 2?
One season. Bunter Paul has been pretty actually mediocre since.
Huh.
Bunter Paul's not that great.
I thought he'd been better, honestly.
Man, that's tough. I might.
I see Pace has only made 1 All-Pro. He's made a Super Bowl, but
I don't know. I either have to go with Shrew or Pendon, I think. I might go with Shrew,
I want to say Shrew.
but that's a very up for grabs spot. Is that fourth kicker?
What about Horny J?
No.
He's so mid.
Okay. Yeah, he hasn't even made an
an
All-Pro. Never
All-Pro.
mind. Okay. Do you want to give it to Julian Shrew?
I think that's fine, but it's kind of interchangeable with Pendon or another good kicker because
Yeah.
there really isn't a hall. There's like only 2 Hall of Fame kickers so far, so
Yeah.
there's really open spots to grab.
Mm-hmm.
Elite bedroom find.
Oh my! Wow.
So that's neat.
Sorry, I got distracted.
Yeah. Funnily enough, both Julian Shrew and Dylan Pendon were both perfect on extra points, and both missed 2 field goals last season. In
Wow.
season 9. Kind of funny to look at. But yeah. I mean, it's close between them, but I guess Julian Shrew we'll give it to for having. Well, let me look at their perfect seasons.
I think Shrew had a better one, if I'm not mistaken.
Let me look.
That's why
Julian threw 23 extra points, 16 for 16 on field goals. Dylan Pendon, 24 extra points, 1 more, 10 for 10 on field goals, 6 less.
Yeah.
True.
So I
So
think
I'll
on
give it to
that we give it to Shrew.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give it to the vermin.
Yeah. All right, and that sounds like our Mount Rushmore as of season 9 entering season 10. Our QBs, Malley, Tiber, Burke, and Duffy. Running backs, Ernie Gecko, Icy Danzler, Danny Krujin, Ray Bold.
Redacted.
Wide receivers, Breida, Hodgins, Toon, and Vermill. Tight ends are Wes Bowen, Jeremy Risen, Heath Stafford, and Vance Hodges. D-line, we got the GOAT, Tucker Borston, Curtis Rhymes, Damari Rashavan, and Kevin Gable. Linebackers, we got Dekalov, Teakin, Russi, and Coffin. DB, Salazar, Humphrey, Reese, and Smith. And kickers, we got Smith, Sim, Watson, Crown, and Shrew. Big names on this Mount Rushmore now. And at this point, it's going to take big careers to knock anyone off now that we've got people fully retired.
Yeah, that's good. Do we want to call that a day? Do we have anything else we want to talk about?
We are now at an hour 20 mark. I believe you said you had something else in mind, though if we want to call it a day here, I'm cool with that as well.
I think it would take way too long.
That's fair. That is fair. That would be an episode
did
in
wanna
itself if we did all of it.
We're going to try to get an interview in the next episode. That's for sure. Hopefully Ben, if he can make it. If not, we'll get somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Probably not before the draft. Probably won't have another episode.
That'd be really hard to turn around.
So we're going to have a lot to talk about after the draft when we come back. That's going to be for sure.
Yeah.
Draft's going to be fun.
I'm so excited for this.
We didn't go over the draft at all, right? Wasn't that something we were going to do?
We went over that last
We did a mock
episode.
draft.
Oh,
I wanted to talk about
the
the season 9 draft, but that would take too long to do right now.
Okay. I couldn't remember.
Yeah. But we'll eventually revisit previous drafts like that, and maybe the steals and busts will come back in a segments later on, hopefully, if we got some downtime. But yeah, I think that's gonna call it an episode on this one.
That seems like a lock on episode 9.
Okay.
It's gonna be.
I'm
very excited.
Okay.
All right.
I'm very excited for when we get.
For all of you, hold on. For all of you Glaciers and Tony out there, Ray Wolf is on the Rushmore for now. So I said it. Okay, that's as far as I'm going though.
In any case, I'm very excited for when we get to episode 10, and also season 10 coming up very soon. I don't know if we're gonna do anything super special for episode 10. You could not tie me down for a 3-hour special. I'm not doing that, Jazz.
About 4
But
hours.
oh, now we're talking. No, I don't know if I have enough
5.
room on my computer for that.
24-hour live stream.
Oh God.
Oh my god! Could you imagine if we did a live stream episode?
I think we'd get so much hate in chats and whatnot on some of these takes.
Why?
Yeah,
Why would we
it'd be
get
so much
hate?
fun though.
I don't
No,
know.
it'd be so much
It'd be
fun to do it and
funny.
then just like bring random managers in, like as we go,
Yeah.
as we went.
I mean, I have a
24 hour.
I have a Twitch channel, but
My favorite Lions podcast every year does a 24-hour show for like charity to like raise money for like St. Jude.
Mhm.
And they do a full 24 hours and they have like a bunch of people come in randomly throughout the show. And they just spend a lot of time dicking around, but also a lot of time talking about the Lions.
That's funny.
Yeah, this is probably the most shenanigans filled episode so far. So
Yeah.
Shenanigans make it more fun.
Shenanigans
They
do
do.
make it more fun. But yeah. In any case, any more final words before we take this one out?
I'm gonna go find some pants.
All right.
Pants are off. The pants are off.
yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, managers, for tuning in to episode 9 of Around the JFL. We will see you guys at the draft Sunday night. In any case,
Episode
take
9,
care.
running out of time, making money on the dime.